Hello, welcome to Life Skills from Sanskrit. I'm Jigar. Today we are going to look at a couplet that is going to help us build our self-worth. It actually sheds light on 4 things that we do that harms our self-worth, and it stops other people from looking at us as a valuable member of their team or group. So what we are going to do is we are going to look at this couplet and learn what are the 4 things that we do not want to do, or what are the things that we want to improve to become more valuable and a person of consequence. So without wasting any time, let's just jump into it. Yasmin rushte bhayam nasti, tushte naiva dhanagamaha, nigrahanugraho nasti, sa rushtaha kim karishyati. Let me repeat that. Yasmin rushte bhayam nasti, tushte naiva dhanagamaha, nigrahanugraho nasti, sa rushtaha kim karishyati. What we are going to do is we are going to divide this into 2 bits and then look at them individually. So the first bit is Yasmin rushte bhayam nasti, tushte naiva dhanagamaha. Rushtaha, so when you become angry or when you're upset and people do not fear your anger. We all get upset from time to time, but we need to make sure that we express our feelings properly. And if we can do that and we can make sure that people understand when we are upset and when we're angry, they are going to respond to our feeling and make sure that we are comforted. But if nobody cares when you get angry, what's going to happen? Well, basically, you're just going to be left alone and you will be a person of no consequence. And we do not want that. One of the biggest reasons why this might happen is if you get angry too much. If you get angry every time, if you're short-tempered and you start throwing tantrums every time, what's going to happen? After a few times, people are just going to go and say, they get angry at everything, so we don't need to listen to them. And that's going to harm our self-worth. So we need to make sure that we do not get angry every single time. So when we get upset or angry, people understand that the matter is significant, that it made us upset. Let's look at the second one. Tushte neva dhanagamaha. Tushtaha, when you're happy, when you're satisfied. So what happens is, over here they use the word dhanagamaha. That means giving away money, but we're going to look at it as a reward. So when we get happy and we do not reward people for doing a good job and making us happy, what's going to happen is, again, they're going to lose interest and they're going to think of us as useless people. So whenever we get happy because of other people, we need to make sure that we reward them. And then again, it doesn't have to be a materialistic reward. We just need to appreciate what they've done for us, using good words, good feedback, and giving them those good words and good feedback can also make you a person worth pleasing or making happy. So just saying, oh, well, thank you for that, or just praising them for a job done well is just good enough to make them happy. So tushte neva dhanagamaha, and if you don't do that, of course, people are not going to be happy. Let's have a look at the second bit of the couplet now. Nigraha nugraho nasti. That means when you get angry and if you don't restrain yourself and if you start using foul language and if you do that often enough, again, people are just gonna put you aside. They're gonna write you off and say, you know what, whatever he says, he gets angry all the time, or whatever she says, she gets angry at everything. We're not gonna listen to what he or she has to say. And again, that's gonna harm you, and they're not gonna listen to your feedback or whatever you have to chip in as a part of the team or a group. So the second bit, nigraha, nugraho, means kindness. So the first one was being restrained and the second one is being kind. So again, if you work in a team, you have to be nice to other people. If you're nice to your friends, family, workmates, colleagues, classmates, what's going to happen is they are going to like you, they're going to want to be around you, and whenever you get upset or angry, of course, they are going to try to please you, or of course, if you're kind to them, they are going to be kind to you in return. So again, 2 very good points made here. we have to learn how to restrain, and we need to learn how to be kind to other people. And then in the second bit, the last part, it just basically says that saharushtah kim karishyati. So the question is, if you're angry and people do not fear your anger, if you get happy and you do not reward people for your happiness or making you happy, if you don't restrain yourself while you're angry, and then if you're not kind to other people, then are you a person of consequence? Are people going to care whether you're happy or not, whether you're around them or not? Probably not. So how do we build our self-worth? By doing these 4 things. 1, not getting upset very often, and conveying our feelings regularly and nicely in a good manner. When we get happy, we need to let people know that they've done a good job and make sure they understand that they are appreciated. We need to restrain ourselves when we're angry. We just need to make sure that we convey again our feelings in a good manner without upsetting anybody else. And then of course we need to be kind to other people. If we do these 4 things, our self-worth goes up. We of course feel good about ourselves, and of course other people see us as a very good and a very valuable member of their team. So let's have a look at the couplet. Yasmin rushte bhayam nasti, tushte naiva dhanagamaha, nigraha nugraho nasti, sa rushtaha kim karishyati. My take on this couplet is, people who are not feared when they are angry, do not grant rewards when happy, and do not show restraint or kindness, those people are of no consequence to others, even if they are outraged. Thank you for joining me today. Stay positive, stay tuned.